Hey guys, it's me, Boys Figure Review, and today is the first time I'm ever posting a full-length review on my channel. If you've seen any of the other content on my channel, then you would know that I love action figures. So to honor the best Marvel movie out at the moment, I'm going to review some figures today. Yes, I have the Deadpool and Wolverine Marvel Legends figures, minus Wolverine because he was sold out everywhere. Without further ado, let's get into this box. And here are the figures I was able to get when they were on pre-order. I know Colossus isn't technically part of the Deadpool and Wolverine line, but he was available and I got him before he sold out. So I was able to get him too, and I will also be reviewing him today. To start all things off, I think I'm just gonna review the Logan figure first. And here's the Logan figure in the box, and I do like how the Marvel Legends box for Deadpool and Wolverine looks. It's simple, but it's cool. I usually keep all of my action figure boxes, but for now I have them all in the attic at the moment, so I'm gonna have to put this box in the attic. But let's get him out of the packaging here. So out of the box, he looks pretty good. Very accurate to the movie. He looks just like him. But one complaint I do have, I kind of wish they would have added an extra screaming head, but I know he didn't scream when he looked like this in the movie. It just would have been nice to have, you know what I mean? But yeah, he looks pretty good. Accessory-wise, he already has his claws put on him out of the box. But for extra accessory, he comes with one extra pair of hands, and that's his fisted hands, and the head pull accessory. And I do like how this head pull looks, and I like how the propeller spins, but what I wish they would have done instead of just making this propeller spin, because it's kind of stiff, I would have just preferred if they added an extra piece to make it look like it was spinning. It's what Hot Toys did. So yes, he comes with the head pull, and a small stand for the head pull can fly. But yeah, that's it for accessories. Articulation-wise, it is the same as your average Marvel Legends figure. His head is on a dumbbell joint, but it doesn't really work because his head can only go up that much and down that much. So yeah, it can't really do anything. He has an armpit joint, but it's a little limited just for the fact that the coat is pretty stiff, so it can't really do anything. He has double jointed elbows and double jointed knees. He has a waist swivel and an ab crunch. Here he is compared to the only other Logan figure I have at the moment. You're probably wondering how his head would look like swapped. And well, the Deadpool and Wolverine Logan head looks fine on the Deadpool Legacy Collection re-release Logan body. It looks fine, but the Deadpool Legacy Collection Logan head on the Deadpool and Wolverine Logan body, I don't know why, but the neck on this figure is so short it makes his head shrink into his body. So yeah, I'm not going to be putting this head on this figure. And here he is compared to the ZD Toys Wolverine. And I will say, the ZD Toys figure is an okay figure to have in your collection. The thing it lacks in is detailing and articulation, but in looks, it looks good enough to have in your collection. It does come with more accessories than the Marvel Legends figure, but I just don't like how tall he is and how not so articulated he is. And I'm not going to swap the heads on these two because I don't want to break this figure even if he is just like $30 to buy again. If you want like an older, grittier version of Logan, I do recommend you do get this figure because it is pretty good for a Logan figure. Moving on from the figure that nobody really cares about, let's move on to the Deadpool figure. The box is pretty much the same as the last one, so let's just move on and get out of the box. And out of the box, it's a pretty good Deadpool figure. I personally liked how red the costume was in the movie. It was more accurate to the comics, and I also love how the gold accents just make the costume pop more in the movie. So yes, this figure is actually very accurate to the movie, and it is a pretty good looking figure. Though I do also have a complaint with this figure, and it mostly has to do with the accessories. There is a lack of accessories here. I just kind of wish they would have put more in. The Legacy Collection Deadpool comes with 4 extra pairs of hands, while this one only comes with 1 extra pair. Only other pair of hands he comes with is an extra pair of trigger fingers. Other than that, he also comes with his baby knife, and of course his 2 katanas. Also an accessory out of the box, his guns come pre-holstered. Articulation wise, it's pretty much the same as the Legacy Collection Deadpool. You got an ab crunch with a waist swivel. You have a joint at the neck and a dumbbell joint at the head, and he can actually look up way more than Wolverine, so I guess that's a win. But the joint in the head does not move at all, so I guess it was kind of a waste just putting it there. He has way better butterfly joints, but they're still a little limited. He has double jointed elbows and knees, pivot at the foot, and thigh swivel, and bicep swivel. Also, I did forget to mention that the Wolverine figure does have a bicep swivel and a thigh swivel. That's my bad. Here he is compared to the Megasonic Teenage Warhead 2-pack Deadpool, and they are almost on the exact same body mold, except this one has a little bit more details. The ZD Toys Deadpool is lacking almost all the gold accents that were there on the costume. The only part that does have gold is right there, and it's next to unnoticeable. And also, again, he's way too tall. So if you're looking for a good Deadpool figure, get this one. Or, if you want to, pay for the SH Figure Arts that's coming out soon. I did. If you're willing to set aside the fact that it's missing some accessories, then I guarantee you will indeed love this figure. The last figure I'm going to be talking about today is the Deadpool Legacy Collection Colossus. There's nothing really special to talk about the box here, so let's just get him out. Here's the Colossus figure out of the box, and I gotta say, it does look good. However, I do have some issues. The first issue I have is I think his head sits way too low on his neck. It makes him look like his head shrunk into his neck, and I just don't like that about him. Also, I think Hasbro went down the McFarlane Toys route of putting armpit joints in their figures, because I don't know, but I think this piece right here is way too loose to just be an armpit joint, because it doesn't move with the arm at all. It just kind of sits there. And I feel like the arm is connected by just a ball joint instead of being connected to a butterfly joint. So I guess what they did to make it look like he has a butterfly joint was just added a piece of plastic right here. I do have another issue, but it has to do with the articulation. But before that, let's get into accessories. Accessory-wise, he comes with the X-Men rulebook, and I guess it's a funny piece to have with Colossus. And they even put in the writing in the rulebook, which is funny. It's one extra pair of relaxed hands and one angry head. For articulation, this guy has double jointed elbows and knees and thigh swivel, although it is very tight. Waist swivel, and here is the third issue I have with this figure. He has an ab crunch, but it does not do anything. My point is that if I try to crunch him forward, he does not go forward at all. But if I try to crunch him back, it barely goes back. So yes, this does not do anything. And also, out of all three figures, this is the only one with a calf swivel. He also has a foot pivot. So out of the three figures, this Colossus figure has to be pretty much the worst out of the three. It's still an okay figure. I'm still gonna keep it in my collection, but if you're looking for a very articulated Colossus, yeah, I don't think you should get this figure. Here he is compared to the two other figures I reviewed today, and yes, he is the tallest. So yeah, these figures are pretty good, and I do recommend you get them. Maybe minus the Colossus, but they're still pretty good. So yes, even though I didn't get the Wolverine figure, I still am happy with the figures I was able to get. I was able to order the Wolverine figure, but I don't think I will be reviewing him anytime soon. Possibly around Christmas time when I get the SH Figure Arts Deadpool and Wolverine, then maybe I will review him. But that's all for now, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye.